I've got one of these to open. Let's go. Alright, I have a CGC unboxing video for you today. This is the box. Let's open it and see what's inside. As always, I wait, so I don't know what grades I received. I didn't check online. I'm not going to pretend to be surprised if there's an 8.0 or a 9.8 or whatever. This is you and me going through this. Genuine, real reactions. I don't even remember which books are in here, so it's going to be super cool. Let me get to unpacking the box and we'll go through the books. So I don't want to look at the top, so I'm actually going to set it back up here. So, all right, there's the piece of cardboard packing on the top there. All right. So, in no particular order, I'm just going to start grabbing the books, and I'll reveal the grade so you can see it first, and I'll talk a little bit about the book, maybe why I sent it in. So here we go. And I don't always remember which way these books are facing. So, okay, so just from I was just feeling kind of the back of the book with the well, so the book should be facing towards you, so I'm going to grab the sides here. I don't know why I'm blinking, but okay, so this is Star Wars Bounty Hunters #1. This is the second printing, and Bounty Hunters #1 has certainly increased in popularity, but this second printing cover was one that I just loved. I loved the Boba Fett cover. This was before there weren't a million Boba Fett covers out there, and just one of my favorite covers, and looked at it as a book that I would certainly hang on the wall. Okay, so the grade, why can I not do this backwards? The grade should be, I'll just show it to you. Here we go. 9.8. Awesome. Love it. So this would be a tremendous book for me to display as a Star Wars fan. Very cool. Love that one. All right, so I'm going to even start to see how that looks up there. That's super cool. Very happy with that already. That's great. So what that does is it assures me that the books weren't all damaged as they sit in the CGC warehouse. I send enough books in on a cycle that as soon as I got this shipment received this week, I sent another one out. So that's kind of how I kind of keep it going in a cycle. Okay, here's another one. Okay, this is Star Wars Thrawn #1, and if you can't get the character's first appearance, then what's going on in the market is find their first solo series in that first issue. And that one is becoming, I would say, important. Certainly not as important as the first appearance. So that Heir to the Empire #1, I don't have that one, and that one's going crazy. But I got this one a little while back, and when I received it, I was very happily surprised to see that it was in high grade. So for me, this is my Thrawn book. Once he comes into Disney Plus or the Ahsoka movie for Star Wars, this is going to be one of my Thrawn books that I'll hold on to, and hopefully this gets that 9.8 grade, and here we go. 9.8, awesome, very cool. So 2 for 2, that's very nice. Figures Thrawn prominently on the cover. Paul Renaud art, great art on this book. Very happy to have this. Like I said, this is his first solo series, and this is issue #1, Star Wars Thrawn. Very cool. Okay. Excellent. So now, again, grabbing in random order. And I'm going to turn this a little bit so I don't pull a muscle. Okay. Okay, Invincible Iron Man 2, the the Piper variant cover. So this one, just fantastic art, great cover with Riri on it. Again, trying to, if you can't get Riri's first appearance, if you don't want to fight about Riri's first appearance, because there's plenty of that going on, that you can always get into an argument about Invincible Iron Man 7 or 9, or which late printing is the best printing. You can do that all day long. But if you go back and look, there's quite a few really, really great Riri Williams covers. There's the steampunk cover, there's the incentive covers, and this is issue number 2 of Invincible Iron Man. This is a great cover too. It's just her. I love the color scheme on this one too, with the pink and the blue. Just again, a really striking cover. So I had 2 copies of this one, and sold one and sent one in for grading, and hopefully I made the right choice. Here we go. 9.8. Very cool. So I did make the right choice. The one I had raw, I wasn't sure if it was a 9.8. It looked to be a 9.4, 9.6, and it was one of those where I was able to secure 2 copies and sold one, and that basically paid for the purchase of the 2 books plus the cost to grade this one. So I basically got this 9.8 for free. And really that's what you want to do when you see a book like this that you feel like is going to pop in the market, or you're going to grade. Grab a couple and keep the highest grade copy for yourself. Really great. Really, really like this one. So ready for that Ironheart news and Riri Williams to show up in Black Panther 2. And I'll be ready for it. Awesome. 9.8. So far so good. Okay. I think I sent in 8 in this one. 8 or 9. Let's just grab the next one. Here we go. Okay. Oh, why is it so difficult? Okay. Invincible Iron Man number 1. Hopefully you all recognize this book. I hope that you do. This is my giveaway book. Not this one I'm holding. I have a raw copy in high grade as well. And as soon as I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to go through everyone that commented in my giveaway video, and I'll put a link to this video as a card or something in the video, or even a link in the description. So if you haven't added a comment to that video yet, go check it out, put that comment in so you can get your own copy of the raw version of this book. I have a few copies of that one, and they're all in kind of similar grade to the one I'm giving away. And I wanted to send one in to have slabbed as well. Just one of the best Ironheart, Invincible Iron Man covers, I think. Just really, really striking cover. Again, could be sort of like the title card of her show. Just fantastic. So let's see what this book got. 9.8. Sweet. Love it. Again, looking at Riri Williams and kind of her collection of covers, to me, there's no argument here that this is a great cover. Certainly, it's not the second print. So if you're a first print hater or a second print lover, I'm sorry, this isn't the second print. I still love it. I think it's fantastic. Really happy to have this one in a 9.8. All right, there we go. I'm going to need more room for these slabs. That's another story. Okay. Next up is America number 2. This is the America Chavez series again. Thinking of her first appearance in that weird Vengeance book. I say weird because she's not on the cover, and the layout of the cover is kind of odd with the I don't know, it's just the Delato art is fine, but just the design of the book looks, I really don't like the Vengeance books. So you start to grab her other books, and this is issue number 2 from her first series. Really interesting cover art. Love the red, white, and blue color scheme with the America title, and let's see what this one got. 9.8. Awesome. Great, great. And so this one, it has also, which you may not see right away, but Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau. So they're right there too. So does that mean that we're going to see America in the Marvels movie? I don't know. We're going to see her in Doctor Strange 2. Yep, probably. So when she comes on the scene, these early books of hers and her covers are going to be gobbled up. And really just, this is really great with the graffiti and the art. This is again, could be a movie poster type of design or look. So really happy to have this one. All right, I've got one, two, I think 3 more to go. All right, don't peek. Don't look at the grade before it. Okay, here we go. Okay, Department of Truth #1. I think this is just the standard cover A. So I've mentioned before, one of my favorite series to read and collect. There's a lot of covers for this series. Seems like every issue has 20 or 30 different variants. So this is just the cover A. And sometimes when there's an oversaturation of store variants, over time, people gravitate back to, I think, what they're familiar with or what's consistent. And so there may be that very limited to 500 or 1,000 store variant somewhere. There could be an incentive, but you kind of go for a classic look and issue. And certainly I think this is the cover and the book that people remember. And I got caught up in all of the exclusives and additional covers, and I only got one of these. This is the only copy of cover A that I own, and I have quite a few cover Bs. I preferred the Frizen variant to this one, and bought a lot of the incentives, and just I even bought original art. Like, I was all in on this series, but for some reason this is the only single copy of cover A that I had, and for all the reasons I just stated, I wanted to get it graded no matter what and send it in. So here we go. 9/8. I was sweating this one because I built up the hype and I said this is the only one I have. So that's awesome. That's great. So now I have cover A and B in a 9.8 together, which will look great on the wall somewhere. I need more walls in this room, but wherever I decide to put it up, that's awesome. Okay. 2 more. Nope, I lied. There's 3 more. So I can't count. Okay. So this one. Okay, so Something is Killing the Children, #6. This particular one is used, I think, on the cover of the second trade. I love the cover. Again, similar to Department of Truth, one of my favorite stories to not only read, but also to collect. It is also getting up there in the ridiculousness of the store variants and exclusives and everything. But when you go back, this was certainly ahead of Department of Truth in terms of release date. So this is March 2020 that #6 came out. So this debuted in 2019. And before there was a lot of steam behind this series, the single issues came out and they were what they were. Some of them got a second print, but that was basically it beyond the first issue. So a lot of these single-digit Something is Killing the Children issues have picked up. And I have a couple of each of the single issues. And again, just trying to find the best copy that I own and send it in. And also, I don't want to send an entire shipment of Something is Killing the Children should something happen to that box, whether it be damaged or lost or stolen or anything. So what I'm trying to do is slip in an issue or 2 of Something is Killing the Children with every CGC shipment. So then I can kind of have them eventually all slabbed. So this is a great cover. I love this. Let's take a look at the grade. 9/8. Sweet. Oh, love it. Fantastic. Again, when I took out that second trade and started to read it, I noticed the cover. This was the cover to it. Just love Werther Deladera's art. James Tynion, again, on just killing it on the story. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended, but awesome. 9.8 of Something is Killing the Children, #6. Okay. let's get to the last two. I'm going to grab the one in the front. Okay. Okay, I just lied. I sent 2 in. I said I was going to send 1 in per shipment, and I sent 2. This is Something is Killing the Children -- 5. I won't go on and on about the series. You just heard me talk about it. I love it. One of my favorites. This one in particular has just an awesome cover for the series, and I'm super nervous to reveal this because I can't go back and find single issues anymore in a high grade like this without paying almost the slabbed price, fair market value, as if it were slabbed. So here we go. Yes. Okay. I don't know if I'm happy or relieved when these grades come back, because I'm so sure when I grade these myself that they're a 9/8, and then I'm always worried they're going to find that weird scratch or something. But this is another great cover. If you love the series like I do, then these covers are just so awesome. So yeah, just now I've got 5 and 6 here in a 9/8, so super, super happy with that. Okay, so I did count correctly. I have 1 left. No, I didn't. I have 2 left. It's like the never-ending box of CGC slabs. So I must have sent a 10-book order. The outer box looked a little bit small to me, but it's not. It's able to hold these books. Okay, Hawkeye #1. This also has been picking up a lot of steam. I had a video where I was going to go through the Hawkeye books that I own that I feel need to be sent to CGC so that I get the slabs back in time for the series. Now, I still sent the issues in, but I doubt, because of the turnaround time, I'm going to get them all back in time. The series may be in the middle or just slightly over towards the finale if my timing's right for when I get them back. But I knew at the time that I had this book already in progress with CGC. This is another one like Invincible Iron Man #1 that when the first appearances started going crazy, I was looking at the series, the solo series and so forth. And this was one that I just saw and grabbed multiple copies. I thought it was a great Tedesco cover and just thought it popped. And Kate Bishop at the time that I bought this just didn't have a ton of covers and really just loved the yellow in the background. I don't really need to explain why this book in particular is great. I think you know. But I did have several copies, and again did the whole thing where I waited on all of them, and then I sold one that paid for all of the books plus the cost to get this graded. So it's even extra enjoyable to me when that happens. And I'm sure you're tired of me holding the book like this, so let's get to the grade and see what I got. 9/8. Nice. So after all of that, again, this is the last copy that I have of this book. I had 3. I sold 2. So if this one wasn't a 9/8, I'd be disappointed in myself. But yeah, just the Tedesco art on these Hawkeye series from 2017 are amazing. All of them are great, really. But this one in particular pops with that yellow, and Kate Bishop prominently featured on the front. So again, one of these books that I'm going to proudly hang on the wall. Okay, now, the last book, I still don't know what it is, but can I get an entire box of 9/8s? I feel like this is a little bit of redemption for the other CGC unboxing that I did, where I was getting some 9/0s and 9/4s. So let's see if this last book is able to make this a perfect. And this is Stray Dogs #1, the Sanctum Sanctorum Comics Edition. This was one, if you saw my last, I think it was my last unboxing video, I talked about how if those cover A's sell out and a series pops, a character pops, or whatever in the market, a lot of times you can go back and find store exclusives still on store websites. and they're just lingering there. They may have gone up a little bit in value because the store recognizes, hey, there's some significance here. I want to, get a little bit more for our copies, our exclusives, which they have the right to do. I have no issue with that. But you have to do a little bit of digging and a little bit of searching, and a lot of times you can kind of do what I did. But think about that next time when you hear of a particular modern issue, relatively new release, selling out. Go take a look at the store exclusives. I like this cover actually. I'm not going to say I like it more than cover A, but because also with my explanation of Department of Truth, I think if Stray Dogs does become a property, a media property beyond comics, then people will want that cover A, that standard cover A. That will be the consistent classic cover for the series. But if you can't get it, why not go with the store exclusive? So here we go. This is Stray Dogs #1, the Sanctum Sanctorum Comics Edition. 9/8. All right. So a perfect 9 out of 9, 10 out of 10. I wasn't counting, but if you're counting at home, these all got 9/8. Really beautiful cover here. The Chrissy Zullo cover of Stray Dogs #1. And there you go. That was my CGC unboxing. All the books hit a 9/8. That is super cool. I'm so relieved that especially those Something Is Killing the Children books hit. It's a series that I've read, I loved, invested in, and a lot of other MCU property books here as well, and other books that have heated up in the market. So really glad to secure these in a 9/8, and the trouble now is finding the wall space to display them all, but I'll figure it out. So thank you for watching, happy collecting, and see you next time. I go into these.